Government accords the highest priority to the capacity addition in the power sector. The framework for induction of the supercritical technology in large capacity power plants of National Thermal Power Corporation is now in place. The mega power plant policy has been modified and is now consistent with the National Electricity Policy 2005 and Tariff Policy 2006. It will help in lowering the cost of generation and the cost of power purchased by the distribution utilities. I have more than doubled the plan allocation for power sector from rupees 2,230 crore in 2009 to rupees 5,130 crore in 2010-11. This does not include the allocations for the Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Vikas Yojana, which is a part of the Bharat Nirman. Coal is the mainstay of India's energy sector, and 75% of the power generation is currently coal-based. It is proposed to introduce a competitive bidding process for allocating coal blocks for captive mining to ensure greater transparency and increase participation in production from these blocks. Government proposed to take step to set up a coal regulatory authority to create a level playing field in the coal sector. This would facilitate resolution of the issues like economic pricing of coal and benchmarking of the standards of performance. The Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission envisages establishing India as a global leader in the solar energy. An ambitious target of 20,000 megawatt of solar power by the year 2022 has been set under the mission. I propose to increase the plan outlay for the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy by 61% from rupees 620 crores to rupees 1,000 crores in 2010-11. The Ladakh region of the Jammu and Kashmir faces an extremely harsh climate and suffers from energy efficiency. To address this problem, it is proposed to set up solar, small hydro and micro power projects at a cost of about rupees 500 crores. Madam Speaker, to ameliorate the negative environmental consequences and increased pollution levels associated with industrialization and urbanization, I propose to take a number of proactive steps in the budget 2010-11. There are many areas of the country where pollution levels have reached alarming proportions. While we must ensure that the principle of polluter pays remains the basic guiding criteria for pollution management, we must also give a positive thrust to development of clean energy. I propose to establish a national clean energy fund for funding the research and innovative projects in clean energy technology. I shall outline the mode of funding for this initiative in Part B of my speech. The textile cluster for knitwear in Tirupur in Tamil Nadu is a major contributor to the country's hosiery exports. I propose to provide a one-time grant of rupees 200 crore to the government of Tamil Nadu towards the cost of installation of a zero liquid discharge system at Tirupur to sustain this industry, which provides livelihood to lakhs of persons without undermining the environment. I propose to provide a sum of rupees 200 crore as a special Golden Jubilee package for Goa to preserve the natural resources of the state by resorting to Goa's beaches, restoring Goa's beaches, which are prone to erosion, and increasing its green cover through sustainable forestry. The mission Clean Ganga 2020 under the National Ganga River Basin Authority, with the objective that no untreated municipal sewage or industrial effluent will be discharged into the national river, has already been initiated. I propose to double the allocation for NGRBA in 2010 to rupees 500 crore. I am happy to inform the honourable members that the schemes on bank protection works along the river Bhagirathi and river Ganga Padma in parts of Murshidabad and Nadia districts of West Bengal have been included in the centrally sponsored flood management program. I also propose to provide budgetary support for the drainage scheme of Keleghai, Kapaleshwari, Bagai Basin in the district of Purbo and Paschim Midnipur, and master plan for Kandi subdivision in the Murshidabad district of West Bengal. Recognizing the need for developing an alternate port facilities in the West Bengal, it is proposed to develop a project at Sagor Island. Necessary funds will be provided in due course. Madam Speaker, for UPA government, inclusive development is an act of faith. In the last 5 years, our government has created entitlements backed by legal guarantees for an individual's right to information and her right to work. This has been followed up with the enactment of the right to education in 2019. As the next step, we are now ready with the draft food security bill, which will be placed in the public domain very soon. To fulfill these commitments, the spending on the social sector has been gradually increased to rupees 1,37,674 crore, which now stands at 37% of the total plan outlay for 2010-11. Another 25% of the plan allocation are devoted to the development of the rural infrastructure. With growth and opportunities that it generates, we hope to further strengthen the process of inclusive development. Education. The Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009 creates a framework for legal entitlement for all children in the age group of 6 to 14 years to education of good quality based on principles of equity and non-discrimination. In recent years, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan has made significant contribution in improving enrollment and infrastructure for elementary education. About 98% of the habitations are now covered by primary schools. I propose to increase the plan allocation for school education from 26,800 crore in 2009-10 to 31,036 crore in 2010-11. In addition, the states will have access to rupees 3,675 crore for elementary education under the 13th Finance Commission grants for 2010-11.